Hello, welcome once again to a very brief instructional video for authors. Today we're going to explore the technique of properly integrating character backstory in creative writing. So, skillfully weaving backstory into your narrative allows readers to understand your characters' histories, their motivations, and their actions. This technique is one of the, what I would call, balanced pieces of the creative writing craft, where it takes quite a bit of practice to master. It's not something that you, at least me, didn't come out of the gate understanding fully. It's taken a while to figure this out. And why is that? Well, too much backstory all at once, and you give your readers, they're going to lose the interest in your story because it slows the pacing down too much. And this is often referred to as an info dump. And at the same time, if you go too extreme to the other end of the spectrum, not having enough backstory about your characters is considered two-dimensional. Your characters will be, shallow and unrelatable. And really, we don't want to read books like that with those types of characters. So the readers never end up connecting with your characters in your story. And that sucks. That's not ideal. So what do? You need to find the right balance, and you need to weave the backstory in here and there. I call this sprinkling. You want to sprinkle a little bit in here and there. So as a first example, following up on a previous lesson where I had my two main characters in my recent novel, From A Bayou, John and Kevin, they're on a bucket list ski trip, right? They're in a gondola. We've shared with the reader on a previous page that someone named Margaret has been holding back John in his life, and Kevin had suggested that John try to move on with his life. So now, after a few more paragraphs of dialogue and some action, it's time to sprinkle in a little bit more dialogue, a little bit more backstory. So I said, and this is internal monologue for John. After separating from Margaret 3 years ago, the entire divorce process continually marinated in my head. But I needed to lick my mental wounds to get on with my life and find a new purpose, hence my agreeing to this trip. Simple, just a couple of sentences. So now the reader has a little bit more information about John and why he's on that ski trip with Kevin, and why John is in kind of the sad mental state that he's in, and so on and so forth. As a second example, I'm going to use The Hunger Games. Hopefully everybody's read these books or at least seen the movies, because characters can reveal backstory through dialogue or exposition. The author for Hunger Games did this. Katniss Everdeen's conversations with Peeta and Haymitch gradually unveil their history together and the challenges that she's faced. The author did a great job doing that. So kind of in summary, integrating your backstory effectively will enrich your characters and add to their motivations, which adds depth to your storytelling. Hope you found this helpful. Thank you for watching, and happy writing.